So today, South Africa is bringing charges against Israel, the state of Israel, to the World Court, charges of genocide over their reaction to what the people of Gaza did to Israel. And I noticed that there is nothing going on in the ICC, International Criminal Court, dealing with what Hamas did to Israel. So what I want to do is I want to get started, and let's look at the Rome Statute and who is party to the Rome Statute and who is not. Notice Rome Statute. Have you ever thought about the significance of the meaning of this? Rome being the great whore of Babylon? The Rome Statute is the International Criminal Court. It is the treaty that establishes the International Criminal Court. It was adopted at diplomatic conference in Rome, Italy, on the 17th of July, 1998. It entered into force on the 1st of July, 2002. As of November 2023, 124 states are party to the statute. Among other things, it establishes court function, jurisdiction, and structure. Now, I find this to be very interesting because the reason why I find it very interesting is if we continue to read, you're going to see some information here that you may not realize condemns the nations who are party to the Rome Statute. What am I saying? Listen. The Rome Statute established 4 core international crimes: genocide, crimes against humanity, war crimes, the crime of aggression. Those crimes shall not be subject to any statute of limitations. What? These crimes shall not be subject to any statute of limitations. What does this mean? No statute of limitations means a criminal investigation can be pursued for as far back as the beginning of time. Meaning that any of these nations who are signatories, or state parties to the Rome Statute, if there is any background evidence of genocide against them, that can be pursued against that nation as well. Let me read that again. These crimes, genocide, crimes against humanity, war crimes, the crime of aggression, these crimes shall not be subject to any statute of limitations. None. Okay? I want you all to take a look at, first of all, those who are non-party. And you can see China, certain African countries, Indonesia. I can't see whether Japan is party to it or not. I just can't see it. Okay. Turkey, Saudi Arabia, and I can't scroll in to see which country that is right there, are not parties to it, not state parties, have never been a state party. Now, The ones in orange, Russia, the United States, looks like Sudan, or is it Nigeria? I can't. I'm not a geographical genius when it comes to the continent of Africa, so please forgive me if I insult somebody. They were signatory that subsequently withdrew its signature. So they once were a signatory, but no longer. All right. Now you have in purple, I can't see the purple. Maybe that's Japan. I just can't tell. Okay. That subsequently withdrew its membership. And then there are signatories that have never been ratified. Well, Israel falls under the signatory that has never been ratified, therefore are not a state party. So the International Criminal Court pursuing charges against a state that is not a state party, they are operating outside of their jurisdiction. They cannot, even in the Rome Statutes legalese, they cannot pursue charges against Israel for genocide or any other of these crimes. Now, interestingly enough, the false nation, a nation that does not exist, see if I can find it. The Palestinian National Authority submitted an ad hoc declaration in January 2009, dated the previous day, accepting the court's jurisdiction for acts committed on the territory of quote-unquote Palestine since July 1st, 2002. On the 3rd of April 2012, the ICC prosecutor deemed the declaration invalid because the Rome Statute only permits states to make such a declaration, and Palestine was designated as an observer entity within the United Nations, the body that is a depository might be more appropriate for the Rome Statute at the time. Now, if you scroll down further, quote-unquote Palestine acceded to the Rome Statute on the 2nd of January 2015 with the effect on the 1st of April 2015, and the prosecutor accepted Palestine, which is not a state, as a state party. In December 2019, Israel argued that the court has no jurisdiction because Palestine is not a sovereign state, never was, never shall be. In a brief by the Israeli attorney Avichai Mandelblit, released hours before an announcement by Bensouda, the legal validity of the decision to accept Palestine as a state party was definitively confirmed 6 years later in 2021. So illegally, because it's not a state, they accepted the name that was to erase the name of Israel and Judea off the face of the earth forever. They accepted that as a signatory to the Rome Statute. And this entity that they call Palestine clearly committed war crimes, crimes of atrocities, aggression against the state of Israel, and the signatories of the Rome Statute have turned a blind eye to these crimes. Now, what I want to go to here is Not Matthew. It's not Matthew. It's Matityahu. That is the name. Okay? Whosoever. Okay, where is this? That's right here. Hold on. Verse 36, but I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak. Now, for some reason, and I highly recommend that those of you who are listening to my YouTube channel, when you are watching my video, please go to Bible Hub, click the Strong's Concordance so that you will see the blue text, and then when you hover your mouse over the blue text, you will see meanings of words. Okay? For some reason, and at the previous software that I use to do these videos, it popped up and you could see it. But all you can see right now is me hovering over a word or a series of words with the original word either in Greek or in Hebrew and the definition. But for some reason, this particular software does not bring that up, and I don't quite understand why. But so once again, go to Bible Hub, go to Matityahu 12 and verse 36, click the Strong's Concordance up at the top, middle to right hand. You'll see Strong's, and then you'll see text come up that's blue, and you will be able to sort it out from there. I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account therefore in the day of judgment. For by your words, you shall be justified, declared righteous, and by your words you shall be condemned. So here is the International Criminal Court, signatories, every one of them, who have committed acts of atrocities in the past, and many of them have committed war crimes and even genocide, are now going to sit in judgment against Israel. Now, make no mistake about it, this is Satan's court. The Rome Statute, the ICC, is Satan's court. So, as we can see here, the United Nations top court has heard South Africa's case that Israel's military assault in the Gaza Strips amount to genocide against, as they say, Palestinians. An accusation that Israel denies and has dismissed as atrocious and preposterous. South Africa is initially asking the International Court of Justice to order an immediate halt to Israel's offensive, though a decision will likely take weeks. All right. And scrolling down here, the U.S. has been pushing Israel to reduce civilian suffering and embrace proposals for post-war Gaza. Well, folks, any nation, including the United States, that fights against Yehoshua's proposals for post-war Gaza, that nation is going to be destroyed. And if that nation decides it wants to be the United States, then that nation will also be destroyed. So there you have that. And Done with that. So as you can see here, the United States is not a party to the Rome Statute, and so United States cannot veto anything that happens in the International Criminal Court. Okay? As you can see here, as proof, on May 6, 2002, the United States, in a position shared with Israel and Sudan, have previously signed the Rome Statute, formally withdrew its signature, indicated that it does not intend to ratify the agreement. So never been ratified by either parties, and they withdrew the signature. So they're no longer even signatories. Now, let us look at the parties, the state parties to the Rome Statute. These are the nations that, if they are not careful, they are going to find themselves condemned by their own words, as written in Matityahu 36 and 37. Now, you can sit here and say, well, it doesn't mean that. Well, I'll say that it does. Okay? So you have Afghanistan, Albania, Andorra, Antigua, and I would say that's Barbados, Argentina, Australia, Austria, Bangladesh, Benin, Barbados, I guess Barbuda over here, Barbados, Bolivia, Bulgaria, Belgium, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Burkina Faso, Belize, Botswana, Cabo Verde, Chad, Congo, Croatia, Cambodia, Chile, Cook Islands, Cyprus, Canada, Colombia, Costa Rica, Czech Republic, Central African Republic, Comoros, the Ivory Coast, Republic of Congo, Dominican Republic, Denmark, Djibouti, Dominica, Ecuador, El Salvador, Estonia, Fiji, Finland, France, Gabon, Ghana, Guinea, Gambia, Greece, Guyana, Georgia, Grenada, Germany, Guatemala, Honduras, Hungary, Iceland, Ireland, Italy, Japan, Jordan, Kenya, Kiribati, Latvia, Lithuania, Lesotho, Luxembourg, Liberia, Liechtenstein, Madagascar, Malta, Mongolia, Malawi, Marshall Islands, Montenegro, Maldives, Mauritius, Mali, Mexico, Namibia, Niger, Nauru, Nigeria, Netherlands, North Macedonia, New Zealand, Norway, Panama, Portugal, Paraguay, Peru, Poland, Republic of Korea, Republic of Moldova, Romania, St. Kitts and Nevis, San Marino, Sierra Leone, Spain, Switzerland, St. Lucia, Senegal, Slovakia, State of Palestine, as they claim. It is not a state. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Serbia, Slovenia, Suriname, Samoa. I don't speak French, so I don't know how to pronounce that. South Africa, Sweden, Tajikistan, Timor-Leste, Trinidad and Tobago, Tunisia, Uganda, United Kingdom, United Republic of Tanzania, Uruguay, Vanuatu, Venezuela, Zambia. Just trying to, I don't remember saying France. Oh, it's there. Okay. So These are all state parties to these accusations. Now, if the International Criminal Court finds the state of Israel guilty, then the court in the New Jerusalem, up in the sky, will find and search for any of these crimes that the International Criminal Court is supposed to investigate, since there is no statute of limitations, and will find them guilty of any of those crimes that has occurred in their lands in the past. Yes, and yes, that includes France, Germany, and how can anyone forget Spain, right here, the Great Inquisition? And they will be found guilty. And then there will be plagues poured out. Remember, folks, first of all, if you reside in any of these countries, you need to understand that your country is about to be found guilty in the court in the sky, the court that really matters. And there will be plagues placed upon your lands for your accusations against Israel, because it is written, I say unto you, that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. For by your words you shall be justified, to shown to be righteous, and by your very words you shall be condemned. These signatories, these, I should say, state parties to the Rome Statute, are about to condemn themselves of crimes that they have committed against humanity in the past, and they do not even know it. So I would strongly suggest that each and every one of you keep up with the arguments being set forth in the International Criminal Court. And let me remind you, and if you don't think that a court is going to be in session, let me then go to the book of Daniel. Daniel 2, I believe. It might be in Daniel 7. It's in Daniel 7. All right, let's try that. Verse 9, I beheld till the thrones were cast down. They were overthrown, just like it is written in Isaiah 60. And the Ancient of Days did sit. That would be Jehovah, the Elohim of Israel, whose garment was white as snow, and his head, not Jesus, not even Yehoshua. No, this is Abba, the Creator, the Ancient of Days. Ancient. And the hair of his head was pure, white like pure wool. And there was a fiery flame, and his wheels as the burning fire. See Ezekiel 1 for details. A fiery stream issued and came forth from before him. Aleph ministered unto him. That would be thousands and thousands. and ribbo, myriads and myriads stood before him. And judgment. There's that word. You see, he's going to be the judge. Was set, and the books were opened. And I beheld, because of the voice of the great words of which the little horn spoke. The little horn is the man at the Vatican in Rome. And guess where this Rome Statute was signed? Yes, in Rome. And I beheld till the beast was slain and his body destroyed, and given to the burning flame. Concerning the rest of the beasts, they had their dominion taken away. That's right. The ones that were destroyed were destroyed. They were annihilated. They were genocided by Jehovah himself. And the rest of them, they had their state powers taken away, their dominion taken away, and their lives were given a time and a season. And I saw the night visions, and behold, one like the Son of Man, yes, that would be Yehoshua, came with the cloud of the sky, and came to the Ancient of Days. When the Ancient of Days comes down, then the Son of Man is going to come down to Jerusalem, to the Ancient of Days. And he approached him, and there was given him dominion, glory, and a kingdom, that all people, all the Gentiles, and all languages should serve him, and only him. And his dominion is an everlasting dominion which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. Where is his kingdom going to be? In the very location that the world is trying to condemn right now. Would you like for me to show it to you? We'll go to Luke 22, verse 30. And this is where you find Strong's Concordance. Please, folks, when you are studying the scripture with me, go to Bible Hub with me. And when you find the scripture, go to click Strong. You'll see it right here. All right. What was that? Now I forgot. Here it is, right here. Verse 28. You which have continued with me in my trial, I will appoint you a kingdom as my Abba has appointed unto me, that you may eat and drink at my table in my kingdom and sit on thrones judging the 12 tribes of Israel. So his kingdom is synonymous with the kingdoms of the 12 sent forth ones. So they're going to be in Jerusalem, just like Yehoshua is going to be in Jerusalem. And if you want more proof, once again, Revelation 21, Strong's Concordance, King James Version. Now, I know you Christians, you Gentiles, you believe you're going to heaven when you die. That is a lie. You see, I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed by, and there was no more sea. Now, this particular word in Hebrew is the yam, which would mean the Mediterranean Sea. What this means is the tense of Israel. The land of Israel expanded way into the Mediterranean Sea because apparently the Mediterranean Sea, will no longer exist. And Yohanan, saw the holy city, the new Jerusalem, coming down. Now, I hope you can see this. The word means to go down. All right, I'll click it. Come down. I go down, descend. The new Jerusalem descends out of Jehovah Elohim, out of the sky, prepared as a bride prepared for her husband. That's right. The new Jerusalem is the bride of the Moshiach. And I heard a great voice out of the sky saying, Behold, the tabernacle of Jehovah, not God, not God, is with men, and he will dwell with them. Where do men dwell today? On the earth. And they shall be his people. Who shall be his people? Israel shall be his people. Read Romans 11 and verse 25, 26, and 27. Read it. For I would not, brethren, that you should be ignorant of this mystery, lest you, Romans, should be wise in your own conceit, that partial blindness happened to Israel until the time of the Gentiles comes to the end. And so all Israel shall be saved. That's right, all Israel shall be saved. For out of Zion shall come the deliverer, who will turn unrighteousness from Jacob, because this is my covenant unto them, when I shall take away their sins. Read about the new covenant in Jeremiah 31, verses 31 through 34. No, the church can never replace Israel. Now, so Jehovah is coming down. He's going to sit on his seat, his throne on wheels, as written about in Ezekiel 1, is a burning flame, and it shall descend down at the Temple Mount. It will burn everything, including the Al-Aqsa Mosque, and everything there will be burned up and leveled, and his throne will sit there. And there will be justice, crimes against humanity, crimes against Israel will be brought before Jehovah, and he is going to exact judgment, and men shall be judged by every word that comes out of their mouth, and those words will either justify him or condemn him. Nations as well. Be very, very careful, folks, because this thing is coming to an end, and it's coming to an end shortly. Even people in the news media, like in my last video, have pointed out that they believe there is going to be some sort of black swan event coming this year. I think they have a valid reason to believe such things. I really do. But you, each and every one of you, need to be prepared. I need to be prepared. I hope you are.